It's Friday. Let's see where Billy's at. Pot's finishing up over there. There's Billy. Billy, what's today?
Okay, so this thing flies in reverse. You know what that tells me?
What?
It has a lot of room for me to finagle the hydros to make it go faster forward.
I don't think I've ever ran a stat.
Company recommend or factory recommendations, of course.
Yeah. It's definitely... OSHA will have a problem, right?
Cool. If this will work.
Look at the front of the camera.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how that happened.
If it'll work.
The...
It's not gonna pop.
So we were mowing all day yesterday without shirts on. It is 8:56 in the morning. Freaking bugs down here on the lake, down Lake Ontario. They're freaking horrible this time of year. Gnats. But yeah, and it's supposed to rain. Like, it's supposed to rain all day. But I woke up this morning and it wasn't raining, so here we are. A lot of guys are just, I see a lot of guys on YouTube and a lot of guys in my area. They're like, oh, it's gonna rain, man. Let's just hold out, see what happens. Not us. We wake up, it ain't raining, we go. And we get done whatever we can. Besides, I can't really be behind because today's Tuesday. And I'm leaving early Thursday morning for Seattle for 5 days. Ira's aunt passed away, and then a couple weeks later her grandmother passed away. So we have to go there for the funeral. She has a ton of family coming in town. I think some from Russia too. And then all over the States. Her family's huge. Those Russians got big families, man. Like us Dagos. But anyway, so Billy and Ty are gonna run stuff while I'm gone. I got my brother doing some landscaping, and Billy and Ty are gonna take care of the mowing. But the rest of the week's supposed to be warm. Yesterday we were mowing without shirts on all day. Today it's like 50, but it feels cold because it's damp. The sky's dark. Can you see that? Ugh. Anyway, y'all didn't see it. Guess what I did to my truck? Me, Billy, and Tyler did. It was mostly Noah's idea, but check this out. So y'all know my company colors are purple. So I took my summer rims, my 20s, I took the winter rims and tires off, and I had my buddy Mason sandblast those, and then I painted them purple and painted the center caps black. And then I redid the logos down the side in purple. So that's the whole truck. And then I also redid the one on the hood. and both sides look exactly the same. I'm going to change the DOT. I'm going to change that to white. But yeah, so I ordered the purple vinyl because all my stuff's purple, obviously. I ordered the purple vinyl like a couple months ago, and I just never did it. So we finally had a rain day, and we knocked it out. I had these already painted and ready to go, and all I had to do was print out the vinyl, which we did it right at the shop, and put it on. Took the old stuff off and put it on. So I don't know what I'll get you all today. They're down this dead end like they are every Tuesday morning. It's a tiny little house down there, but we're not allowed to drive the truck and trailer down there. It's a private road, so they hop on the mowers, go down there, tie weed wax it, Billy mows it. They blow it off and they're back to the trailer. So I sit here and wait for them. It takes them like 8 minutes. But no, we move on. We're gonna keep going until it rains on us, I guess. What do we got here? What's it saying? Let's look at the hourly. Oh, now it's saying rain possible after 12. It was supposed to rain at like 8:30. So hourly, what do we got? 17%. Pretty much a 17% all the way till noon. Then it goes to a 35%. Then at 1 it's a 16%. And then 17% again all the way till 8 o'clock when it goes down to a 4%. But I usually do guys night on Tuesday nights. We meet at my buddy's bar because it's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So a bunch of us meet there. We play dice, we play cards, and he usually cooks something up for everybody, or he orders pizza or whatever. So I pulled out this pork loin. I marinated it for 24 hours this morning. I injected it, and so I'm going to put that in the smoke. Ear's going to throw it in the smoker for me around 3 o'clock. It should take about 4 hours to do it at 215 degrees. Heavy smoke, and then I'm making up a batch of my homemade baked beans. I do it with burger, sweet Vidalia onions, sweet bell peppers, garlic, and 3 different types of dry rub seasoning. And then I mix it all in together, and then it goes in the smoker for an hour and a half on high smoke. I'm gonna spoil them bastards today. So check this out. Yesterday we're mowing one of our big apartment complexes, and Billy and Tyler were blowing stuff off with the windstorm. And then he comes back and he goes, "The blade just shut off, and or the blower just shut off, and it's running, driving, but it won't. The blower itself won't turn on." I'm like, "What the hell?" So I look underneath. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can get you a good view. So underneath here, right, that pulley right there, which is a tensioner pulley, was just flopping there. I'm like, well, what the hell? Something's missing. I looked over at this stud right here. I said, I think there's supposed to be a spring that goes across there, which is that spring right there. So I said, you boys better go find the spring. It looks to me like it fell off. I don't know how it could just fall off. Well, it actually snapped. It broke the spring on the one end, the hook. I've never seen one do that, but so I was like, well, I have a trampoline spring at the shop. It should be about the same size. Let's grab that because we got to pass the shop on the way to the next one. We need the blower a lot. So we use it almost every day. So we stopped and grabbed that. I couldn't get that spring to go on for nothing. So a couple hours later, we were passing the dealer. I stopped there. He goes, I don't have it in stock. He goes, but I think I have an idea. And I go, yeah, what about like a tensioner for the tensioner pulley, a spring on like a Skag deck, like a V-Ride or even a Cheetah or Tiger Cat, whatever. He goes, that's what I'm thinking. So he grabbed me one of them. It was about a ½ inch longer. I popped that on. It was hard to get on because it had so much tension, but I popped it on. That thing I think is blowing at higher RPM than it did before with the old spring. So it's working. Got to improvise, man. So this is an open field behind that house over there, which is the one we actually mow. We mow 1, 2, 3, 4 houses in here in this little neighborhood. And so Billy's over there mowing the house, Ty's trimming, and I mow this open lot right here. Oh yeah, and it's sprinkling on us. Let's go see what they're doing. I have to put my glove back on. Those ditches are cool. So I don't know if y'all remember, but in this other town, this small set of apartments we do, there used to be bushes all across in front of here. And we would mow this patch here and then this stretch along the road all the way down. And then back here, there was a stretch about as wide as you can see it. And then there was a row of trees all the way down there. There's an open lot there. And so they used to pay us $100 a week to mow this. And at some point over the winter, they came, took down all the trees, leveled the whole lot, poured this brand new concrete sidewalk all the way down, brand new concrete sidewalk across there. And then they hydro seeded it. It's growing in a little bit, but this was getting pretty tall. So she called me the other day. She goes, "I hope we're still on your list." I said, "Yeah, absolutely." I said, "No, I'll renegotiate your price and, you know, we'll figure out what it is." She goes, "Nope, leave it the same." She goes, "Just charge us the same as you always do and just mow what you can." I'm like, okay. But their plan was to build another building right here. And now they said that the village is giving them problems because there's wetlands, but the wetlands actually don't start until you hit that wood line from there back. It's all actually zoned for wetlands. When I used to work for the highway department for summers, we used to have to do some clearing of stuff back there. But yeah, this ain't wetlands right here. So I guess they're going through a waiver process and they're gonna see if they can build another one of these buildings right there. If you had brought me the right size the first time, I'd have been done already.
I told you. Dang gun, damn it. I told you. He goes,
Damn kids.
"Bring me a 10 mil. Got you, I'll bring you a 10 mil. Too big." So I grab an 8 and a 7. I hand him the 7, or because he goes, "I told you to bring me a 7 and a 6. I go, "I'm telling you, it's going to be an 8. If it's not 10, it's always 8 mil. Hand him the 7. Nope, too big. Or too small. Go back, grab the 8. It's the right size. This guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you have to say about it?
He goes, "I thought I told you to grab an 8.
He just didn't grab the right one the first time, otherwise I'd have had it. We'd have been done already, Ty, on our way to frickin' Miami or some shit.
I told you from
We're
the
going to Miami.
From the start, after he said 8 or 10 was too big, I said it's got to be an 8.
Well, we got rained out.
I think that might be full throttle. You know, there's only one way to tell, Billy. Fire this pig up.
Full throttleless.
Oh, she's a fast puppy.
I rigged it,
Faster.
like I always do.
Probably gonna be freaking zooming.
It is going to be zooming, because that's what I
Yeah.
do. Zoom,
I'm
zoom,
on-
zoom.
So I'm.
All
listen,
I want to do is
no,
zoom, zoom.
let's
You
listen to
remember
this.
that song? You don't,
So
because
listen,
you're too young.
listen to this. Listen to this. So I go out to mow Middleport apartments by myself, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't take that because it was on the trailer and the trailer's backed up all the way. So this was the only more out. Dad goes, "Take that, smart." All right, cool. And it starts sprinkling on me. Now, when I have a mower like my mower, it goes fast forward, fast in reverse.
This
If
doesn't go
it's
fast.
raining,
Yeah.
I can still get everything done really quick. Mowing. Starts raining. I start pulling back in the controls and I'm like,
It doesn't go that
I've
fast.
moved about 2 inches in the past 5 minutes. Like, what the hell is this thing? And dude, it's so slow. So slow. You don't know what that is?
bad. If you
don't know what
learn
that
how to
is?
operate a mower.
It's 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. It's fire.
So-
12 o'clock.
All right, people of YouTube, let me show you something. So this mower has been having an issue. If y'all remember back on the trail, man, it's actually getting warm in here now. Cleaning out in the frickin' rain. So if you remember, the issue I had with this thing last year was it kept shutting down. She shut the fuck off. Okay, so it wasn't working, and what it would do is it would just you'd be mowing and just shut the blades off. Then you'd press the PTO in, pull the PTO back up, the blades would come back on. You'd be mowing along, all of a sudden the whole frickin' engine just shut off, and it just shut the mower right down. So what you'd have to do, well, I couldn't figure out what the hell was wrong with it, and then we finally got to start again one day, and then we just stopped using it last year. So this year, over the winter, I sent it to the dealer, and the kid there that worked on it told me he had to fix a wire. There was an issue with a wire. So, okay. So for the first week and a half, we ran it. It's perfectly fine. Now, the last freaking 4 or 5 days, I mow along, it just randomly shuts the blades off again. But every time I push the PTO in and then pop it back out, they come right back on. But now what it keeps doing, and it's done a number of times, it did me like 5 or 6 times today in the 13 lawns we mowed before we got rained on. It would just completely just kill the mower. I'd be mowing along and just shut the mower right down. So what you do is you reach in the side, and in this fuse box right here, I put my fingers over these 4 fuses and I just wiggle them back and forth, and then the mower would start right back up, blades would come right back on, and it would mow. So I've heard in the past, Ferris used to have an issue years ago. They had these fuse boxes like this, and a lot of their sit-down zero turns, and these would go bad. I've never had that happen before. This one looks really good. It's not cracked, not broken, water, nothing's getting in it. None of the wires are exposed, anything like that. So, that's not good. We'll get to that in a second. So what I did was, today when we came back, I took all the fuses out, took a blowgun, I blew all that out, filled it with dielectric grease, and put brand new fuses in there. But as I'm looking through here, there's a bunch of exposed wires, which I'm guessing this is where the, they fix the wire. But look at this pinched wire right here that's grounding out on that metal fitting of that hydro line.
Oh, I can't see it.
Fully exposed pinched wire. I don't know if y'all can see that. That's not good. That's about to break right in half. And that wire is fully exposed. It took the casing right off the outside of it. That's a no bueno. So what is in here that is pinching this against that? And why is all this wiring out of the wire loom? Which means the kid that worked on this, who no longer works in my dealership, by the way, yeah, that's nice. That's good work right there. Good quality. Good craftsmanship. Dumbass. All right, well, that's something else I got to fix now because I don't even have a clue what that goes to. It's in the main harness, but being exposed like that is definitely not a good thing. That could definitely be an issue there. So I'm going to have to fix that and then make sure this loom is up and out of the way to where that can't get pinched anymore. I don't even see what the heck it could be getting pinched on.
Yeah.
Maybe with the deck going up and down, but there's nothing in there to pinch it. But either way, that's not good, so I have to fix that.
That's great. Billy?
See this, Billy? Yes. I saw it from here. As soon as you said something, I looked over and I said, there's a lot of wires in there. That should not be out like that.
Yeah, well, the problem is, how the hell do you get in there to fix that fucking thing?
Stick your phalanges in there, your tentacles.
Electrical tape.
Let me make sure.
A little bit of some electrical tape and some zippy ties.